Why Egyptology and why I'm so much interested in ancient Egypt and why I'm into so much into this stuff? Well, it's the oldest and the longest geographically compact territory of one country. And when you look at the map, it's fascinating, really, that this territory 7,000-8,000 years ago, the people started to actually really build something, build the state, build the communities. The ancient Egyptians gave us the pyramids, hieroglyphs, a civilization that thrived for more than 3,000-4,000 years. From the pharaonic era to modern times, Egypt has always been a cultural and intellectual center, especially also now as the part of the Middle East and Arab sphere or Arab world. Here are many firsts for the humankind. First monumental buildings, first constructions of huge buildings, first hieroglyphs, first basically writing system, except Sumerians, but of course Sumerians were a couple of hundred years ago, like before Egyptians, but well, it's quite overlaying. The language is the oldest and the longest writing system ever used, basically. Hieroglyphs were used as the language and writing system for more than 3,000 years, which we can't even come close with other languages. First or second sail navigation ever invented. First astronomy or actually astrology discoveries and how they use geometry for construction buildings and for construction of pyramids. And also what is fascinating is basically politics behind the state and how they were keeping the power and the country under control. And the role of women in society. Like women had quite a lot of rights, like it was still a very, very highly controlled and patriarchal society. Like we are not going to make some illusions about that, but women had a lot of rights. They could divorce. It's proved in hieroglyphs. They could decide on their own destiny and how to actually live. Some of them were even ruling the country, and especially in the times of the crisis, when there was no actually son or brother or somebody to be put on the throne. Okay, they put a woman on the throne. Still patriarchal society, but they had a lot of rights. Then also women could grab a power sometimes as regents or sometimes independent power. It was not many times compared to men, but it happened, and it happened so long time ago. First cosmetics, first medicinal remedies, or first herbs, how they were using it. It's all proved basically by hieroglyphs. It's all proved in the language. How to keep people under control. They had a slavery, of course, and especially when they grabbed some foreigners from other countries, when they brought them here, of course, they enslaved them. But on the other hand, slavery was not such a brutal thing like, for instance, the Middle Ages or in other ages or in Asia, Far East Asia. So there were possibilities how to buy the slave out, or how the slave could be buy out himself. So there were a lot of like interesting stuff, and when you go deeper into that, then you understand that this society was working. That's why so long time, because there was a system and a sort of control. Like, don't be mistaken, of course, it was a fully patriarchal controlled society, but it was working. So that's why.